What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here for part 2 of our Madden 21 realistic rebuild of the New York Jets. A lot has happened. A lot of moving pieces. If you missed the first episode, it was actually kind of a quicker episode. But we have a new head coach. Adam Gase is out because he deserves to be out. I think he's the worst head coach in the NFL. I think there's absolutely no reason for him to be employed in the NFL as a head coach. So we went through college football. It's a down year for Oklahoma, and we're able to convince Lincoln Riley to come to the Big Apple. Man, it's something that I think if I'm the Jets, if I'm Joe Douglas, the general manager of the Jets, that's where I'm looking at. I think now is the perfect time to try to get Lincoln Riley to flip from college to the pros. He could potentially be the next great, the next, I don't want to say Cliff Kingsbury because obviously that was a highly questioned hire, but it seems to be working out well at Arizona. He could be the next Chip Kelly for, the early part of his career in Philadelphia, like the next big thing coming from college. Lincoln Riley literally shits out Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks. That's the most important position, and that's the most important position for the Jets to get right. And given the fact that, like I said, Oklahoma is probably most likely not playing for a national championship this year. Recruiting is going to be incredibly difficult, probably for an unforeseen amount of time now with COVID and all that stuff. And I can totally see someone that is on the fence about making that jump from college to the NFL. As long as there's interest, now would be the time to probe them. So we have them getting Lincoln Riley. And then in the draft, we got some nice players. We got Brevin Jordan out of Miami. Rookie tight end, 74 hit in depth. Now, I did try to trade up in the draft because we have 2 first-round picks. We had 2 first-round picks. And I think we actually have 2 first-round picks next year. But I wanted to get Kyle Pitts. Maybe there's a little bit of Florida Gator bias there, but I truly think getting a tight end was big. We missed out on Pat Freiermuth from Penn State, but we're able to get the 3rd best tight end, which I think it's a hell of a consolation prize here in Brevin Jordan out of Miami. 6'3", 255, 74 hit in dev. Exceptional athlete. This guy is going to be huge. We're able to get Travis Etienne in the 2nd round, a guy that debatably is the top running back in the draft. 77 with a hit in dev. 93 speed, 95 acceleration. We got 92 change of direction. I mean, this guy is electric. This guy is a home run hitter. And we're able to really, our only kind of notable free agent signing before the draft was Tariq Cohen, 78 star dev. So there's a way we're going to be able to use both of these guys. Defensively, wasn't the best of drafts in terms of landing big-time defensive talents. But we were able to spend in free agency to get Griffin here, Shaquem Griffin, from the Seattle Seahawks, 77 star dev, outside linebacker. Zuniga went up a dev trait there. We got Poona Ford at nose tackle, 78 coming from Seattle as well. But the big pick, the big picture, the franchise, Trevor Lawrence, 1st overall, 79 hit in dev trait. Now, for whatever reason, he was only number 2 in true talent in my draft. I think Sewell, the tackle from Oregon, probably is the only guy I think that could be rated higher. But, I mean, look at the stats, man. 95 throw power. Accuracy's off the charts. Athletic ability is pretty much as good as you want for a guy that's not going to be classified as a dual threat with 82 speed, 84 acceleration. This is it, man. This is what we want to see. We want to see Trevor Lawrence on the Jets. This is what we're most likely going to see. Then again, today came out that he had COVID, tested positive for COVID, and I could totally see a scenario where the Jets just refuse to fire Adam Gase, and Trevor Lawrence is like, I'm going to go back to school. But that's unlikely. And we're in the reality here, at least in Madden 21, that Trevor Lawrence is now a member of the Jets. And this is a new Jets with a superstar X-Factor Jameson Crowder, with a star dev Denzel Mims looking to have a breakout year. And the defense, the linebacking core is legit. Brian Poole's looking legit. I'm optimistic that we're building something special here with the New York Jets. And today we are in year 2 trying to do just that. Trying to go from worst to first. And that all starts with the man under center playing like a guy that we need him to play like, a franchise QB. So without further ado, I think it's very, very important to play our first game with Travis Etienne, with Trevor Lawrence under center, week 1 against the Houston Texans on the road. Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, the battle of the Clemson franchise quarterbacks. Let's get it. All right, we're going to try Trevor Lawrence's first pass, 2nd and 7. Denzel Mims looking pretty good. Maybe Crowder if he can get right ahead in the sticks. We're going to go Jay Crowder, and he makes the adjustment to move the chains. 1st down, 1-for-1, T-Law. Mims, there's a nice grab from Denzel Mims. Might also knows we're wearing the retros because I think the Jets uniforms are absolute ass. I'll just use the retros. Chad Pennington styles. Look at the scrambling. Look at the scrambling. The franchise Trevor Lawrence 16-yard gainer. Just a suffocating drive here. We've had the ball for almost the whole first quarter. They cannot stop us. And here we go. Unblockable. You can't do anything. Becton, I don't get you. I don't blame you. I don't know those Whitney Merciless. I do not want to get pancaked by maybe the most freakiest player in the NFL in Mekhi Becton. So I'll just you know, take this block and let ETN get in and live to fight another drive. I get it. ETN, first NFL touchdown right there. Oh, weave it, duck it and weave it. Duck it and weave it. Jamison Crowder on a blown coverage from the Houston Texans is able to get in, and that is your first career passing touchdown for football Jesus, Trevor Lawrence. Look at this. Thought for sure 34 is going to make the tackle. Watch this. Just miss. Just miss. Dive and grab it at nothing, and 32 with a terrible angle here on all-pro difficulty. I skipped the punt. I didn't want to go through all the punt animation. I skipped the punt. Oh shit, 60-yarder. You got 7 win, baby. I don't even know who my kicker is. But he nails it. Who is my kicker? Joey Sly. That guy's a stud. All right, 3rd and 4 opening drive of the second half. I'm going to extend this lead. Get a little bit of a cushion. More cushion for the pushing. Jamison Crowder beats the coverage 21. I think that's Bradley Roby. Didn't stand a chance. Too shifty. Too shifty for him. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bryce Hall trying to complete the redemption arc. Supposed to be a first-round pick. Slipped to like day 3. Gets a huge sack. Let's go, Gang Green. 3rd and goal on the 9. We can hold them a field goal. They will settle. They will not go for it on 4th down. Quinton Williams destroys the guard, forces an errant throw, and we hold them to a field goal attempt. So you got about as much as you can ask for. Game 1, 2 touchdowns, no picks, victory for the Jets, victory for Trevor Lawrence. Let's go. All right, now let's see how Trevor Lawrence and the Jets play in the sim. We'll go right to that Week 5 bye, reassess, and then figure out what we're doing for that Week 6 divisional game against the New England Patriots. So here, against the 0-1 Buffalo Bills, we know the talent is there with the Bills. We know the Bills are pretty powerful in the Madden 21 sim, and there they go. They get 21-29 loss with an injury to Blesson Austin. 35 weeks, torn pec. He was corner 4, I believe, on our squad. So that's an annoying loss. I'm pretty sure I got a lot of these guys already in as scheme fits, or at least as close to scheme fits as they possibly could get. Let me just double check. We got Lucas. Yeah, that looks good. Teron Vincent moved from D tackle to DN. Looks good. Adoga right tackle's agile. Franklin Myers, he's bought in. And what about T-Law? Working on making him a field general. 2 weeks in, already an 80 overall. Getting an ability and a deep throw accuracy. Look at 1 deep, 1 mid, 1 short. That is pretty goddamn nice. But that's a loss. A loss is not nice. Let's look at the quick scouting here. In terms of, actually, I want to get an idea. Where do we have to go next to improve this team? I understand it's going to be pretty much impossible to upgrade the offensive line. And I more so just, from now on, and I personally recommend to you guys in your franchise modes, if you need guard, tackle, center, just get all of your other positions scouted beforehand, because you're going to be disappointed. It's going to be a little bit underwhelming given, the first 3-4 weeks that you're available to scout in your franchise. If you do that on the offensive line, just get nothing but red guys. So start looking elsewhere. For us, I mean, we do have Amon St. Brown, but we could use, a potential hidden dev, top-end, first-round grade wide receiver. So I think I will scout the wide receivers. Obviously, on the offensive line, though, I will try to scout guard, center, tackle, because, everyone outside of Mekhi Becton could be improved upon. On the defensive side, I think corner, DN, a true 3-4 DN, which is going to be good for this because there's always a bunch of defensive tackles that are going to be graded in the first round. So corner, corner, 3-4 DN, I guarantee we're going to scout some of these guys. We're going to get a bunch of first rounders. Corners and DNs, or D tackles for our case. Like, I guarantee out of this, out of this first round, if I know my Madden draft class, I'm going to say we're going to get 3 to 4 first rounders and 2 busts. In my busts, I mean guys that shouldn't be drafted in the first round. So let's see. Greg Smith, South Florida, first rounder. Mann, first rounder. Drayton, first rounder. Samuel, first rounder. And one of these 2 guys is going to be terrible. There. It's the fucking predictability of these draft classes, man. But I don't want to complain because I need corners, and we got Holiday's a late first. We'll still put him on the draft board there. Samuel is a mid first because we have 2 first round picks. Drayton is early first. Cortez Mann, early first. Is a great name, first team all name. Greg Smith, so it's a great year to need a corner. And then more so, defensive end, 250. That's a little undersized for what we're looking for. We actually have 2. This guy's a 3-4 D end. Jeff Maxwell, mid-first rounder out of Clemson. And then we can look at Connor Morton from Iowa State, second rounder. That's actually not particularly good. But we're going to be able to scout pretty much all of these D tackles. And I would be very, very shocked if we don't get at least 2 to 3 first rounders, projected first rounders in terms of talent out of the bunch here. But real good start. As much as it's annoying to be so predictable with these Madden-generated draft classes, it's good that when you need a corner, there's this many legit corners for you to potentially draft. When a week, we lost. When a week, though, for scouting, told you. Mid-first rounder, late first rounder. They're there. They're always there. They're always there. But back-to-back divisional losses, losing 23-17 to the Dolphins is not ideal. Before the bye, can we not go on a 3-game losing streak? Hey, there we go. 2014. We knock out the Tennessee Titans. And in this game, Trevor Lawrence played fine. Tannehill, 3 interceptions, so it's the Jets defense coming up big. 72 yards there. Trevor Lawrence had a rushing touchdown. Brevin Jordan had that receiving tutty. 9 tackles, Ashton Davis. We got 2 sacks, Shaquem Griffin. Interceptions from C.J. Mosley, Avery Williamson, Bryce Hall. Let's go. Feeling good. Able to go into the bye with a little bit of momentum. Week 6 against the Patriots. Let's play it. Let's play it because we got a breakout. Is it an offensive breakout? Fuck, it's a defense. Shaquem Griffin. Okay. All right. Let's try to do that. Let's try and get Shaquem Griffin a superstar dev trade. All right, it's a hell of a run. I have no idea really how we're going to achieve the Shaquem Griffin thing outside of the fact that I'm going to run shoot clock on offense. So hopefully we can just bleed this game away on offense so that the Patriots just don't have enough drives to get those yards that they need. Oh, man. Should I go all Madden? Maybe I need to go all Madden because that was filthy. Probably shouldn't have happened. It did because he has 96 acceleration. That was beautiful. As a former running back, that was sensational. As Gus Johnson would say, he got get away from the cop speed. Well, with one defense like that, we're not going to have a chance in hell of hitting the yard mark for that dev trade upgrade. So we're going to need Shaquem to get 2 sacks or what the hell he need. He need more than that. 3 sacks, something. That's a sensational tackle. Great play, C.J. Mosley with the TFL there. 3rd and goal. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get the defense out there. Great job. 3rd and 10. Can we get a nice safety here, maybe? Get the safety! Get the safety! Quinnen Williams. That's not even Quinnen. That's Avery Williamson. Hopefully gets traded to the Eagles very, very shortly, IRL. But that's a huge play. Oh. Just terrible on my part. Terrible on my part. Oh, my God. That's pay dirt. That's pay dirt. We hit our blocks. And the juke, and he's in. Screen pass. Travis Etienne. The Clemson connection as the Jets extend their lead just before halftime. Go, 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 go. Slants or no slants. Brevin Jordan, first career touchdown. Can we go back to him again? Can we go back to Brevin Jordan again? Oh, why did we slip? Why was there just an unnecessary slip? Why is that coded into the game? I mean, you would be cool. He slipped in the red zone on the 1 yard line. That'd be cool. Garbage. Trevor Jordan. There we go. Eat. Hell of a game. 4 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence. Defense balled out. But the big thing, we got to see, did Shaquem do enough to get his dev trade? 2 touchdowns there, Trevor Jordan. Shaquem Griffin had a sack and a TFL. I don't know. Is that going to be good enough or not? So know what we know? One of the best feel-good stories in the NFL. Shaquem Griffin is now a legit stud. A role model for just about goddamn anyone out there that has any disability, saying that you can't do it, you're not good enough. I'm a huge fan, man. I'm a huge fan of Shaquem Griffin. So that's awesome. That is awesome with that points. I mean, that's only 4,000. Wasn't anything crazy. So more so, we got the dev trait, not that immediate boost. But you know, he's on his way to be an 80+ superstar. And he would have hit it anyways because there is that glitch in Madden franchise mode where outside linebackers pretty much just go up dev trait at will. But that's huge, man. That's awesome to have. We have week 7 here. Might as well take a look here at our free agents because I know for a fact Crowder, I want him to be a part of our long-term plans here. And we got him locked up. Franklin Myers is actually developing nicely. I think this is a guy low-key. Can probably, peak like mid-80s. While the dev trait's not sexy, he's coming along. The rest of these guys, more so depth players, probably can let the see, especially with Braxton Berrios. That's solid. I mean, look at those top 3 stats. Speed's there, catching's there. But he's a slot wide receiver, and we have probably the best slot wide receiver in the league in this Madden saving Crowder. Just, it's a little bit excessive, if you will. So, yeah. Let's see. We got the Jags here. I'm not even going to bother scouting this week because I want to keep the momentum, which we can't. We lose 28-21. Brian Poole, 9 tackles and an interception, is a player of the week. Doesn't really matter. It's a losing effort. Let's go. It's just 6th round here. We got a late first. Got another late first. All right. Looking good. Dallas just being heavily disappointed with what we have available for us at the offensive line spot. Oh my God, there's a first rounder. Pat Smith, Notre Dame. I'd probably peaked there. We probably peaked. So our trip to Florida was not particularly good. Lose to the Jags, week 8, lose to the Bucks. Does feel like this team's just completely different when we're not personally controlling them. Carolina, pretty much automatic. Our defense cannot not give up 30 points a week, it feels like. Can we get a dub? I'm not doing anything till we win. I'm not scouting. I'm not upgrading players. And we do. We sweep the Patriots. 13-9. It's an ugly victory. But we're 4-5. And somehow, some way, we're first place in the AFC East through 10 weeks. Losing skid continues. 4-7, man. It's not looking pretty. We have a breakout scenario here, though, for this Week 13 game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's stepping up. I think there was an injury to Braxton Berrios. So the rookie out of USC. Looking to go up a dev trade here against the Saints. Is it possible? Well, it's a losing effort, but maybe. Nope. No chance. No chance for our wide receiver 4. We are sliding right now. This is what we call in the business a slide. Losing streak finally ends week 15, 24-21 against the Cincinnati Bengals, which is good because we were, 4-game losing skid. You never want to see that. And Joe Burrow got out-dueled by Trevor Lawrence. 3 touchdowns. Out-dueled. Hell of a performance. Touchdown for Crowder, St. Brown. Defensively, Mosley had a bunch of plays. Franklin Myers, Shepard got some sacks. A pick from the second-year player out of Cal, the safety Ashton Davis. And the Jets still kind of have a shot here. If we can go 2-0, we can maybe play ourselves into a playoff spot. It starts, though, against the 5-9 divisional rival, Miami Dolphins. At home, and we handle business 30-10. I like it. I'm working on Trevor Jordan here. We're working on trying to make him a scheme fit. It's coming, because possession gives you a little bit of that blocking that you're not going to get when you just keep feeding the vertical threat archetype. So we're trying to keep him, get a little bit more balance to his game so he's not just glorified wide receiver playing tight end. Scouting has been pretty much done now. I'm just going to be scouting all the wide receivers, as many as I can. Wide receiver is a position, though, that I do like to wait until the combine, because then you could go for the guys that have the 3 that you're looking for, the 3 main attributes, the 40, the shuttle, and 20-yard, maybe? I can't remember which three it is exactly at the top of my head. But, shit, the Bills won as well, which means we're probably not going to squeeze into the playoffs. And that was a hell of a game. 44-38 against the Colts in Week 17. Game probably didn't matter, so at least we kind of balled out a little bit. Maybe padded some of the rookie stats there for Trevor Lawrence. I have no idea what his stats are going to look like. I'm going to say he probably didn't break 30 touchdowns, but he might have. 3 touchdowns there, going head-to-head with Jameis Winston. Crowder had a huge game, 2 touchdowns, Brevin Jordan. Defensively, tackles all over the place. Couple sacks, no turnovers, which is unrealistic going against Jameis Winston. But at the end of year 2, the first true year of the Lincoln Riley, Trevor Lawrence era here in the Jets, and unfortunately, we fell a little bit short of the playoffs. But understanding just how much work needs to be done for this team, it kind of makes maybe a little bit of sense that you're probably not going to see that quickly of a turnaround for our squad. But let's look at the depth traits here. We had 3 hidden depth traits on the offensive side of the ball. Trevor Lawrence, superstar X Factor. Yeah, he's the most hyped up quarterback of all time, rivaling Andrew Luck. And if X Factors existed when Andrew Luck was coming out of Stanford, probably, I don't know. I don't know if both him and RG3 would have got it. I would say that'd be a scenario where maybe Luck would get the X Factor, RG3 would get superstar, but it makes sense for Trevor Lawrence to have if you're going to give a superstar X Factor to a college player out the gate, it's Trevor Lawrence. ETN got a superstar, 2nd round superstar pick. Excellent. Brevin Jordan, just a star dev. Understanding that we traded up to get Brevin Jordan as well. Maybe that stings a little bit, but the fact that we're still getting a superstar and a superstar X Factor on the offensive side of the ball is huge for this Jets team going forward. We had the dev trade happen this season for Shaquem Griffin going from star to a superstar. This is going to be a really good team. I'm very happy with how things have kind of unfolded here for this now 81 overall Jets team. Let's look at the stats here from year 2. Trevor Lawrence, he did just break 30 touchdowns, 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 6 picks, 57% completion percentage. Probably want to see that a little bit higher, but again, we still need to continue to build the offense around him. Still probably need to bring in another wide receiver to help him out on the outside. ETN 9 and 7. That's not bad. 2 touchdowns there for Lawrence on the ground. Receiving Crowder in the slot is sensational. 83 catches, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns. Hashtag slot wide receivers dominate in Madden 21. 6 and 3 for Mims. 5 and 7 for the rookie Brevin Jordan. I'm happy with all those numbers. If we could find a way to bring in another outside wide receiver to pair with that, I think that's what the offense really needs. Defensively, Williamson was a tackle machine, 122 tackles, 11 TFLs, 5.5 sacks, get over 100 tackles there for Bryce Hall. 8 sacks, Shaquem Griffin, 18 TFLs. Probably want to see a little bit better from Quentin Williams, but still 15 TFLs for him is not bad. Interceptions, 4 for Brian Poole, 3 for Mosley, 3 for Davis, 2 for May. Hey, I'm happy with generally all this production. 26th offense. Defensively, are we number 1? No. Pretty shit. We were pretty shit, actually, overall in both those categories. MVP went to Matt Ryan. In the AFC, Offensive Player of the Year went to Baker Mayfield. Trevor Lawrence coming in at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year, Avery Williamson. Chance to go up to an X Factor, which would be unreal. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Trevor Lawrence. ETN at 2. Brevin Jordan at 3. That's what I'm talking about. Even Amon-Ra St. Brown getting a little bit of love at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Terrell Bernard from Baylor, the linebacker from Baylor. My God, the Jags. Okay. Chase Lucas coming in at 8. Best QB went to Baker Mayfield. Best running back went to Devin Singletary. Any respect to Mighty? Jamison Crowder with 16 touchdowns. Couldn't beat out Chris Conley. Better believe I want to see what kind of year did that guy have, huh? What kind of year? Best linebacker, Avery Williamson, coming in at number 2. Griffin at number 6 for defensive back. Brian Poole at number 2. Ashton Davis at 5. And for kicker, slide 5. Okay, so let's see. Conley. Chris Conley. So we had 12, 83, 12, and 16. What did Conley do here for the Bengals? 75, 13, and 4. Yeah, it's close. It's close. 2 to 3, though, go into Crowder. Crowder had more receptions and more touchdowns. Probably should have got him that award. But he's already an X Factor. It's not like he can go up anymore. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy where this team has been. and where it's at and where it's going. How many Jets are going to be represented on this Pro Bowl? I think we should have a couple on this Pro Bowl team. Jamison Crowder, wide receiver 1. I like it. We have, wow. Avery Williamson, middle linebacker 1. Brian Poole, corner 2. Ashton Davis, starting free safety. He should be, I mean, you know, it's one of those things. If I was in the business of editing dev traits, I would argue maybe Davis should get off that normal. He might, when all is said and done. But definitely a nice amount of Jets representing in the Pro Bowl there. Let's upgrade some players. We have Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he can't go up anymore. So we'll just might as well feed it into the scheme fit. Doesn't go up in overall, but getting him the throw on the run there is going to help us out. Let's see, do we get any dev traits as we prepare to enter the offseason? On the offensive side of the ball, nothing. Defensive side of the ball, Ashton Davis did go up dev trait. Avery Williamson is a superstar X Factor with the old run stuffer ability. Stonewall, no outsiders, and CJ Mosley, probably rightfully so, going up to a, what? I feel like he would have been on a normal. But anyways, happy with that. Getting a couple free dev traits, ain't nothing wrong with that. It is always worth noting in these realistic rebuilds, when someone in your own division wins the Super Bowl, and here we go, it's Super Bowl 56. The Buffalo Bills are Super Bowl champions. Now we have that to compete with going forward in this rebuild. Well, I feel like free agency will be a good spot to end this rebuild off at. You guys give me some ideas about where we want to spend our money. Almost $56 million worth of salary, so we could spend money. We could absolutely spend money if we want to. So looking at the back end here, we're good at strong safety. We're good at free safety, at corner. That could be a huge get. The best corner in New York since Revis Island. There's no other bids on him because that's a huge contract. Because really, I mean, outside of that, there's not much there. So, understanding that there are some pretty damn good corners in the draft. We got a bunch of first rounders. There's a chance that we could get 2 first round graded corners in this upcoming draft. Do we spend and make that huge investment on Jair Alexander, or keep our money elsewhere and spend our money elsewhere? We have Harold Landry, who could come in, outside linebacker scheme fit over Jabari Zuniga. Still a very expensive contract. So it has to be one or the other so far. We could get a Jair Alexander and that's it. Or we could get a Harold Landry and that would be it. Inside, we're still good there. I don't think we need to worry about replacing that. I'm happy outside linebacker with the development of Griffin. On the defensive line, you know, not really anything I'm worried about. Deshaun Hand, maybe. $35 million, that's an upgrade over Franklin Myers. But we just paid Franklin Myers, so I wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. On the offensive line, we can get a for sure thing Orlando Brown Jr. at right tackle. Upgrade over Chuma Edoga. Definitely not a scheme fit. There's 0% chance he's an agile archetype, but that's actually not a bad deal. Understanding it's going to be really, really difficult to upgrade that position in the draft. Or we just stay with Edoga and keep on working. But I would be honest, if I had to put my 2 cents in, my 2 cents, and by I mean 2 cents, I mean 10 cents, is that the saying? In Canada, it's 2 cents, sure. I think Orlando Brown probably makes the most sense to spend if we're going to make one big investment. Just because I can draft corners. I can draft corners almost every single year. Maybe it won't ever be a Jair Alexander caliber corner, but corners that you can win with. I'm not going to be able to draft a tackle that's going to be an 88 when all is said and done. Still looking for another wide receiver, and we could just straight up buy one. Calvin Ridley, no bids on him. Michael Gallup, no bids on him. Both those guys would be excellent, excellent pickups. Running backs were fine. Quarterbacks were fine, even though, hey, reuniting Baker Mayfield, Lincoln Riley. If I had to make my suggestion would be one of these two, be it Gallup and Ridley. Go for a wide receiver and get Orlando Brown at right tackle. Now, I will also open things up to McGlinchey's there. It's a little bit cheaper. He's a year older, though. You also have Harold Landry at edge rusher. You also have Jair Alexander. So let me know in the comment section below kind of how you want this free agency period to go. But my suggestion, my opinion, my pick would be a Calvin Ridley or Michael Gallup. Maybe Michael Gallup, because he's a little bit cheaper. Even though he doesn't have the depth trait, I'm not overly worried about the depth trait. Maybe Michael Gallup and Orlando Brown. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and we'll kick off part 3 with what you guys kind of want to see happen here in free agency. But that does it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Have a happy and safe Halloween. It's probably one of my favorite holidays. I'm going to be out with my kid. It's awesome. Stay safe with all the COVID stuff. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow with a, probably one of the can't miss Eagle grades videos every time they play Dallas. It's going to be a good one. Go Eagles. Go Jets.